Sounds rolling.
You are now tapped in with Through My Eyes with One Eye.
One Willie. Through my eyes with one eye. The world, it was podcast.
Hey, this your boy Ill Will. Make sure y'all tap into the World's Illest Podcast.
What up, y'all, and welcome back to Up Late at Night with 25/8 Networks. It's your host, One Eye Willie, and tonight in studio, I got my man West End Goldie in the building, tapped in with us. We gonna check him out, see what he has going on, and what he's been up to. Everybody, make sure y'all give my man West End Goldie a nice warm welcome.
What up?
What's good, Goldie? How everything been going for you?
I've been doing all right.
That's what's up, man. Appreciate you coming down, man. I know it's late night. You coming down, tapping in with us, checking out the platform and seeing everything that's been going on. I know it's been a long time in the making, but I finally got you into the building. So we're gonna sit back. We're gonna get to know you. I'm gonna let the fans and everybody who's tapped in get to know you a little bit better. So without that, we just gonna jump right into this. First of all, let me start by saying this. West End Goldie is a man who wears many hats. We're going to tap into everything during this interview, from the music to producing music to the stick talk to the stick talk tactical. My bad. That's his YouTube channel. He be on there doing this thing. He talking about them sticks. So y'all make sure y'all tap into that. And we also going to talk about him being a GunTuber. You know, he changed the name from YouTube to GunTuber, and he on there, he popping this shit about his guns and the customizations of guns. So we're gonna get into all of that. But before we get into all of that, Goldie, try to let everybody know who you are, where you come from, and give them a brief background on West End Goldie.
All right, man. I'm West End Goldie from Louisville, Kentucky. West End, South 39th to be exact. Jack of all trades, for real. I do a little bit of everything. I'm into learning shit, for real. Like anything that I don't know, I like to get my hands on it. And when I halfway master that, I try to find something else just to basically keep my brain running, for real.
Nah, real.
That's like the type of shit I'm into.
I mean, we're in the information age, so everything is out there. So you should be able to go out there, jump on YouTube or Google something and find out how to do
YouTube's gonna be that's how I learned the camera, mixing, production, every damn thing. YouTube and Google.
And that's crazy. It's crazy that you say that, because I just seen on Instagram that you just got your embroidery machine in. So now you got the embroidery machine in. How long did it take you to learn how to use that machine? And I see you already been kicking some stuff out.
Yeah,
so
how's
it turning out?
Day for yesterday, I sit down with that motherfucker for like 9 hours. Like, that motherfucker's extremely complicated, though. But like I said, that's like the type of shit I like to do. I like to be like a multi-income type of nigga, though.
Yeah.
Like, that camera's cool, but if I can make camera money with that motherfucking embroidery machine, that's a bigger bag right there. And when I get tired of fucking with that camera, I can just hop over there. Right. Even though I'm gonna do them both at the same time.
Okay.
You know how some shit you get burnt out on.
Yeah, sometimes it was like that with me with videos, man. We was doing so many videos back at that time, I kind of got burnt out.
Man, I'm in that stage now.
So yeah, I understand exactly what you're saying about that. So you going with the embroidery machine? Are you going to be doing things for other people? Or are you going to kind of like push your brand
man, I'm
out
trying to do shit for hospital uniforms. I'm trying to do my Stick Talk Tactical merch, West End Goldie merch, Team Westside merch. I'm trying to do custom shit for motherfuckers. I'm trying to do everything possible with that machine. I'm trying to make my money back in 60 days off that motherfucker.
Nah, real talk. That's how I gotta be. Now I saw that today, or was it yesterday, was your oldest son's birthday. Listen, to shout out to your son.
Yeah.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday to my son, Bray, man. Coolest, smoothest teenager you ever meet in your life. Well-mannered, mature as hell. Like, you don't really run across kids like him. And he's really ahead of his time, for real. That's my oldest son. My youngest boy, his birthday was on the 6th. Both their birthdays in the same month.
Now, as they are getting older, have they found out more strategic ways to get into your pocket to get some of the things that they want?
Hell yeah. Listen, if daddy don't got no money, the world's about, like, if daddy don't got no money, they feel like the world's about to end. Like, my kids really, like, think I'm Superman. Like, this nigga They think I can pick up cars. Like, this nigga's a gun fanatic. He can fix this. It ain't shit they daddy can't do.
Nah, real talk. I already know, man. I got 4. They in my pockets, and the thing about it is, one is grown. She's of age to go do what she want to do. But the one thing about that parenting, for y'all who don't know, you don't stop parenting once they turn 18. You keep on. It's something that's consistently going on. Now let's tap into your musical background for a quick second. At what age did you pick up the microphone and the microphone and the pen and start doing your 1-2 when it came to writing music? And did you feel that once you started writing music that you were going to be successful in that field?
I've been rapping just like on some fun shit probably since motherfucking middle school. I ain't never start writing until I say like 9th grade when I moved to we moved to New Albany, Indiana, to the some projects over there called Vans Court, but they call it Black Court. I used to fuck with music a little more, and I just started writing over there. But I never, like, it's never been a time that I took music serious because I always feel like this is a hobby. Music's always, it's like a money pit. It's just like me buying guns. Like, this shit ain't make me no bread. Even though I done braid some bread off stick talk a couple ways, but that shit's always like a hobby to me. It's like taking some bread you a trick off. Like, even to this day, I don't take music serious because I don't feel like that's gonna get me my big break. Right. I feel like I've met enough motherfuckers to actually seriously make something happen, but I'm not a selfish nigga. I feel like all the shit that I achieved, all the bridges I built, all the shit I accomplished is gonna be for one of my little niggas to get on, which I don't want no money off it. I just try to show like my little homies the way, like, nigga, if you gonna do it, do that shit the right way. And I teach them, like, don't just be popping up like, oh, I'm about to do music, I'm about to get a deal. Nigga, 9.9 times out of 10, you not gonna get no deal. No, fuck that. 9.9 continuous times out of 10, you not gonna get no deal. But if a nigga do that shit the proper way, you can build a fan base and get loyal fans that'll actually spend some money on your merch. They'll buy CDs, whatever the hell it is you got for sale. That's the way you profit off of it. It ain't just strictly record deal shit.
Right, that's what they say. A lot of people always look at some of those big artists who in the music game. For example, like Jay, they be like, "Oh, Jay, he did good. He made money off music, but a lot of his other money came from off of his investments.
Yeah, hell yeah.
A lot of that's real estate.
Plus, he's from a different era.
Yeah,
the music game is just like any other type of business. It's like a pyramid. Whoever starts out the earliest is gonna be the ones that get the most money out the shit.
Yeah, because the money that they giving out now ain't like the money that they was giving back out.
It's a fucking 90s, I think daily it's like over 100,000 songs get released online. How is a motherfucker supposed to find you? It just don't work like that.
Nah, it don't work like that. It don't work like that at all. Now, when you were doing music, well, not saying when you were doing music, when you first started getting into music, who were some of those musical influences? Who were some of those people who you were listening to that gave you some hope? And how did the music that they were putting out help you with the music that you were making?
Growing up, it was Daddy-O, her season, but Daddy-O and her, mainly Daddy-O was a nigga that I would see on Broadway. Okay. Ride nice, no tent. When 20s was the thing to have, Cuz was in a motherfucking Cadillac, no tent, bad female with him, name on his license plate, and Cuz was hard at rapping. Like Daddy-O, her season, local-wise, I ain't gonna speak on nothing outside of Louisville. Daddy-O, her season, Get Down Click, Too Big Click, and a couple other artists from Louisville was really my biggest inspiration. And I gotta give a shout out to my little homie Ray Burns, because even though Ray's younger than me, Ray used to rap with them back then when I was a kid. Ray was a kid. But I would see Ray on Derby on stage with them rapping. But that's what really motivated me. But I really got to give a shout out and mainly say Daddy-O, because Daddy-O was a nigga I would see in Shawnee Park, which was where everybody went at to kick it on the weekends. Like, this is a nigga I see with some bread. Right. This is a nigga that rap that's from the streets that I can tell this nigga. Everybody that I just mentioned was cut from that cloth, but this was more of a visual. It's different when that's the type of music you into and you see that shit with your own eyes. Like, man, that nigga's, he's really the dude, though.
No, it's crazy that you just mentioned two groups, the Too Big Click, and what was the other one?
Get Down.
And the Get Down Click. So back in the day, if y'all don't know, Troy, Country Boy Entertainment, he used to have a record label out here, and they would have shows. And get down to Too Big Click. They came down here and they will perform back in the day. So that's crazy hearing that. Now another name and another person who's from that area where you all live at, and I believe he worked with these artists. Willie Will. Have you ever worked with Willie Will, producer?
Nah, but Willie Will hard as a motherfucker though.
Yeah, his brother hard too.
That nigga Willie Will, production wise, man, that nigga so motherfucking hard.
Yeah, Willie Will. He's definitely one of those guys.
Cause he ain't WAP his brother or something. Yeah, WAP's dope in the motherfucker too, and WAP's dope on that motherfucking production too.
Yeah, you know, I had Willie Will on the show on the podcast, and we talked about how they produced the record for Rihanna and the whole situation and everything that happened with that, with the sample that they used, because that record was nominated for a Grammy, but the whole technical side of everything.
That's a nigga named YV to be with him too, just from down the way. Hell of a writer too. I think he wrote he got some credits from writing some shit for E40, that Yep song, and it probably was something else. Like, that's a dope nigga too.
Yeah, man. Louisville had some guys come down, and when I was at Western.
Yeah,
a lot of guys came down and they was doing their thing, but I think after they were down there, they went on ahead and went down to Atlanta. They was doing their thing. What's the dude who had the song called? It was called Yeah. I can't think of his name though. I can't think of his name at all, but he had that song. It was called Yeah. It might not have been called Yeah, but that was like the hook, and it would just kept saying that through the hook. It'll come to me. It'll come to me later on, and then I'll be able to.
Plus that what was the name of that group that came from Louisville that had that gangster walk? Underground something. Might have been underground. It ain't Underground Mafia, I think. You heard that song, Jump on Stage and Do the Gangster Walk. Stomping in my big back boots. Like, they had a big ass video. This was way before my time though.
Oh yeah. Now in the past, you've released multiple projects and singles. You had the David Cortez story, Choppers and Attorneys, It's Nothing, Gold Rush, and Big Stepper, just to name a few.
Yeah.
Talk about those projects, and which one was one of your favorite projects or one of your favorite singles that you released out of that those things that I named.
I think I gotta say Tales from the Crypt was probably my favorite one.
Oh yeah, I didn't put Tales from the Crypt on there too.
Because Tales from the Crypt was like the first project that I produced 100% of the project. I recorded myself, I mixed myself, and the videos I done for that motherfucker, I did everything. I might have had a homie hold the camera and sit still or whatever it is, but that was like 100% by me. And I feel like I think I'm at my best when it comes to music. It's when I'm really motivated and I do the shit myself. Cause the crazy thing about every project I do is my life. It's some shit I'm going through right now. It ain't no shit I seen. It's some shit that I done went through or some shit I done did. Right. Like when I gotta sit down and write, I'm sitting down thinking about a situation I'd have been through or a situation I'm going through, and that's how I get to writing.
Dope. I like how people pull from everyday life.
Yeah.
And put that content into their music. It gives you that authenticity.
Yeah. When I heard that beat, it's gonna put me in some situation I'd have been through, whether it's 5 years ago or whether it was yesterday. That's how I get all the lyrics from my shit. That just put my life on that shit.
So when you produced Tales of the Crypt and you released that project, did you release that under your label? Because I know you got Trap House.
Yeah.
You got Trap House Records. So is that when you started it?
Yeah, that's around the time I started.
So you got to tell us a little bit about the label. Is it just West End Goldie on there, or do you got anybody else
really, it's
under that? Trap
House was just made just to have a stamp to really just put on my albums for real. Now I got a homie named Blocks. I ain't gonna say Blocks with me and Blocks together. Now I fuck with Block because I've been around Block for a long time. Like when I did my little time and I got out, I had bumped into a guy named my homie Cash, a real good friend of mine, and Cash is Block's older cousin. And me and Cash started doing a lot of music together. I met Cash because when I got out from doing my little piece of time, Cash had some younger guys that he fuck with that was fucking with my little brother. Cash and I'm coming by my mom's house. We had lived on like 28 The Market at the time. And me and Cuz got to talking and we clicked. We started doing a lot of music together. That's how I met Block. Block, he got a clothing line too called Culture Vibes.
Okay.
Now for Block, my reason for bringing Block with me was because it's not like, I don't want nothing like point wise, recognition wise, or nothing from Block. I fuck with Block and his family like so hard. Even if I don't see him, if I like his brother Richie, I fuck with his brother Richie real tough. If I ain't seen Richie for 10 years, if I seen him today, it's gonna be like I was just with him yesterday. Yeah. I'm trying to take everything I've built, connection wise, every bridge I made, and hand that down to Block, just like I do my other homies, Lil Cali and Ken Cass, Lil Trey. Like I just really try to help my young niggas out. And it ain't even about her. If you get on, you owe me. No, I don't want nothing from you. If you choose to do something for me because of the position I put you in, if not, I'm like, it's not no hard feelings. It's just, I'd rather stop them from making mistakes I made, and whatever I got, hopefully they can benefit from it. That was the whole purpose of bringing Block with me. But Block got his own shit for real, but it's just some family type shit.
Nah, that's dope how you gotta, you know what I'm saying, each one teach one, so you give them gems and they able to pull it up and do their thing as well. Now you've been talking about yourself doing shooting music videos and getting into videography. So let's talk a little bit about you being a videographer. Now, when you came in, we were rapping a little bit about that era because, like you said, I shot videos back in the day. That was doing the open window media crack Doja.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How long have you been shooting videos, and what got you, what sparked your interest to want to pick up that camera and get into that?
All right, this is what sparked my interest in shooting videos was, if you really break down when it comes to local music, who makes the most money at one time is the videographer. When you call that videographer, you giving him hundreds of dollars. You might give him 1,000. You might give him thousands of dollars. When you go to that studio, you might spend $50 for an hour, $100 for 2 hours. When you go to that producer, you might give $50 to a beat, to $150 for a beat. The videographer is the nigga that make the bread. Right. And at the time, I was looking for something like, okay, I got $15K to play with, just on some pure investment shit, not what I got going on outside of that. This ain't gonna affect my bills. What can I spend this $15K on legally that I know for sure is gonna make me some money? Right. Now, I always been one of those people to where I know my limitations. I know what I'm capable of. I know even if I don't know nothing about this fucking camera, I can pick his camera up and learn this shit. A lot of motherfuckers like, you ain't gonna be able to do it. You're gonna waste your money. That type of shit be motivating. They like, boy, you don't understand. Like, my mental capacity and how it is when I come to learning. So when I picked up that camera, that shit just really took off faster than motherfuckers expected it. Because I was fucking with Crack Doja in that Crack Doja era. That's where I recorded at. That's where I was getting my first videos from. And big shout out to Crack Doja, because Crack Doja really showed a nigga that, nigga, you can do all this shit yourself and juggle it. Plus another thing people don't really see with me in that video shit, I fuck with my kids happy. My kids is like my friends. Of course, we got a father-son relationship with me and both of my boys, but these is like my little homies though. Yeah. So I can go out, take 2 hours, shoot a video, go back home to my kids and sit there for hours editing, and I'm still around my kids. I'm still spending that quality time with my kids. Nah, real talk. That's another thing. Another big part of that was I get to spend more time with my children. Like with black boys, you have to be around them heavy. And I understand, I ain't promised to be here forever. I can get smoked, I can have a heart attack, anything tomorrow. I got to install everything I know moral-wise and what a man should do in my kids. And when my kids see daddy with money, it ain't a question of where daddy's getting his money from. Even if it was from some other shit, they see that camera. They see that hustle. They growing up into men, they looking at like, damn, daddy did this. Daddy always had a car. Daddy always dressed nice. Daddy had jewelry. Daddy had all the guns he wanted. Whatever it is that piques their interest, they know they daddy had it. But most importantly, how did daddy get it? Daddy had that drive. Daddy wasn't scared to fail.
Now, you picked up the camera, people doubted you. You were very successful at doing your thing with your camera. I saw last year, 2022, you won Videographer of the Year at the Kentucky Urban Entertainment Awards. How many years have you won that? I was 2022 your first time winning.
That was my first time.
Oh, okay. That's dope. We were nominated a few times, never won. I know Crack Doja grabbed them a couple of times, and a couple other companies grabbed them other times. But When you got that award, did that make the price go up, or did you just still keep it the same?
Honestly, I'm gonna keep it all the way 1,000. When I got that award, just like I said at the award show, I'm not here for no recognition. My recognition is from my peers. If one of my peers, whether it be from the streets or another videographer, be like, nigga, you dope, honestly, and I'm keeping it 1,000, that means more than an award to me.
Yeah.
When I got on stage and got the award, it wasn't no rush. When I got off stage, based off the people that approached me and congratulated me, that was the achievement for me. It was not the award. It was just how I was viewed by my peers. Like, nigga, you came a long way. We know you, nigga. We know exactly what type of nigga you are. And for you to do shit like this, nigga, we proud of you. Especially from the motherfuckers from my side of town.
Right.
Now, that was the reward for me.
Nah, real talk. That's definitely important, having somebody come in and say, hey, I like the work that you did.
Yeah.
I tell people all the time, it's not for me, it's not about winning the award, but it's just about being there, being a part of the culture.
Yeah.
I tell my homeboys I couldn't rap, so this is my contribution back to the culture.
Yeah.
Doing this, shooting music videos, whatever it is that I could do, whether that's on the back end, on the paperwork, that's my lane.
Right.
Not being in front of the, on the microphone rapping or doing none of that. So definitely, I think the award shows are cool, but if that's what drive you to win the award, then do you really, really have
I'm not
for the craft?
I'm really not a people person for real. I don't even, like when I say my peers, I'm mainly talking about like the videographers and the niggas in the streets.
Gotcha. The
niggas in the streets telling me you dope is like a bigger achievement than that award is.
Yeah.
Like I'm not even an awards type guy. I got nominated. I didn't go this year. I didn't plan on going either.
Yeah.
I sat at home, watch TV, and kicked it with my kids. Like I'm not really into that type of shit.
Got you. Nah, I mean, it's not for everybody.
Right.
And if if it's cool to stay in your lane, do your thing, and still be recognized for that. Because there's a lot of people who, they don't pop out to any of those things, but we can still see, feel, and
I'm gonna keep it 1,000, keep it 100 again. The only reason I went the year I won the award, I wasn't gonna go then. I fuck with John Woo, man. That's my nigga.
Yeah.
Like I've been around Woo for a long time.
That's crazy.
That's my dog. And Woo was just like, you going to the awards? And I was like, nah, bro, I ain't going. Woo done a lot of shit for a nigga. Like I done got beats from Woo, Woo and Bulldog and my homie Nate. And when I was young Wilder, they would come up here and record. I recorded like 40 something songs at Studio 1160. So for Woo to say, if you felt like you ever owed me anything in life, which you don't, today's the day, coming to the awards. I was like, you know what? I'm going, I'll be there.
That's my dog Woo. Shout out to Woo, man. When he came and he did his episode, Ask Flaw, I was playing some old Woo beats, man.
Yeah, man.
Where you get that from? Yeah, Woo. I got the beats in
I
the phone.
got some shit tucked off from Woo.
I got some shit tucked off from Woo. My guys, FG, they used to rap with Woo. This is back when he was with Slaughterhouse. So we was going to Frankfurt, you know what I mean, all the time, doing our thing, just rocking out real tough.
And Woo was
back
really
in the day.
Woo was probably my biggest inspiration to do production. Just sitting watching Woo do that shit, like, man, that's just dope as a motherfucker.
Now, outside of the music, you also are a gun enthusiast.
For sure.
And you have the Stick Talk platform, and I think you would you say you changed the name from YouTube to GunTube?
For sure. Hell yeah.
So what made you what drew you into guns? I mean, we all were once young, little boys, grew up to be men. So, everybody kind of played with guns back in the day. But what made you want to get into learning more about guns and then customizing them?
It's honestly, I'm, how can I say this? Like coming up, where I'm from, my background, guns is a big thing. Mm-hmm. I done been locked up in Indiana. I got a DOC number over there for drugs and guns. I had a case in Kentucky for some shit revolving around a gun. They could have got me 1085, but I beat that. Yeah. Like I was a convicted felon for 13 years, but it's never, I don't know if I should say this, but it's never a time I didn't have a blick. Mm-hmm. And a few of them. Like any of my friends, cousins, motherfuckers that are around me, man, that nigga always had a lot of guns. Yeah. Like I know, just from being involved in situations and how can I say, just being in the mix. Like serious shit happens. I understand that protection is serious.
Yeah.
I done a lot of shit and been involved in a lot of shit. That protection is extremely important to anybody, whether you in the streets or whether you're not, because motherfuckers don't understand this shit happen when you least expect it. Mm-hmm. You can be in the shower, somebody can kick in that door in your house and your gun's downstairs in the safe or your gun's locked up in the closet. If they got intention to kill you, you out of here.
Yeah.
Just from seeing a lot of shit and being involved in a lot of crazy shit. But me being a bookworm, I figured out how to get my gun rights back, which is damn near impossible for a convicted felon with a DOC number. When I got those gun rights back, that's when I really dug into it. Like I always knew a lot about guns. I knew how to clean them, do a lot of shit. But when I got my rights back, then I got more in depth to it.
Now, would you say you being a bookworm is what taught you about is how you learned about the guns, or would you or somebody?
Nah, that's what hell no. That's what heightened it.
Okay.
I was always into how can you make a gun do this, or how to fix this, if this break, how to fix that. It's just being legal with it. Mm-hmm. Open up, it's easy for me to get my hands on this shit. Then I can really go to the gun store and buy kits to change out triggers and buy this and buy that and don't gotta worry about if I get caught with this gun, I'm already gone for about 2 to 4 years. Right. Now I can have them. I got a license to carry.
Right.
Like I try to teach other felons how to get their shit back.
Get their shit back.
It's just extremely hard in Kentucky to do that.
Now, customizations, you customize the gun. So you just talked about you may switch out a trigger. What does adding these customizations do to the guns and the different things? And what's been your favorite customization that you've done before?
I guess building. I built a AR-15 pistol, AR pistol. It's a blackout. 6-inch barrel, 3.5-inch buffer system. I had a lot of problems out of it, but just like me learning anything, I'm gonna figure it out. And I figured it out. I ended up putting it's called a drop-in stage 1 trigger, which is the regular AR-15 triggers is multiple pieces. It's drop-in, it's just one you put in. Then I changed out the bolt carrier group. The bolt carrier group is the thing that takes the shell, shoves it in the barrel, snatches it out when you shoot and all that. So probably my favorite customization is probably that. Maybe that Blackout 300 or that 10 millimeter I just got, because I put a red dot on that. And I put this thing, it's basically a mag plate. You take off the bottom of the magazine, but it turned a 15 round 10 millimeter magazine into a 20 round 10 millimeter magazine. But it got to be that. I don't know, man. It's hard to say. Cause I customized my Draco too. I took the wood off that and put this SLR Rifle Works furniture on there. And it's metal, but I don't know. It's between them. It's hard to say, man.
Now, as far as your YouTube channel that you have, your Stick Talk channel, you always show your different customizations. Do you also teach and show how others can, customize and build their weapons?
It's hard. You can't do it. YouTube got a restriction on, you can't take guns apart. You can't put guns together. You can't give too much information on where you got the parts from. You can't speak prices. You can't have drum magazines. Like you can't have a magazine over a 30 round magazine. If I was on there with one of my Glocks and had an extended magazine in there, you risk getting a strike from YouTube. I done already had 2 strikes. If you get 3 strikes within a certain amount of time, they terminate your channel. You won't get that back.
Yeah. So, okay. Speaking on your channel, have you reached the follow count and the watch hours to monetize your page?
That watch hours shit is so hard to reach. See, the thing is, you got to get 1,000 subscribers. Yep. And I believe it's 4,000 or 3,000 public watch hours.
Yes, I think it's 4,000 watch hours.
Yeah, and that's extremely hard.
Like 10 million on.
Because you got to think, I'm over 500,000 right now. Uh-huh. I just got yesterday when I looked on there, I had over 20,000 views in 48 hours. The key to any YouTube channel outside of music, because music is hard to get subscribers and views on, is YouTube Shorts. I got over 500,000 views, and most of those is YouTube Shorts. I probably got less than 5,000 actual views on my actual videos. No, I'm gonna say that's more than that. It's more. It's probably a little around 5,000, maybe a little more. But all the other shit is on Shorts. People get on there and look at them 16-second, 10-second, 20, 30-second shorts all day long.
That's that attention
Yeah,
span.
it's short.
Real
It's
quick,
short.
boom.
Yeah.
Anything over 30 seconds, man, they
I might be
moving
on that. It's like us with music. When I listen to an album, I can't really sit and listen to it. I'm skimming through it. If I don't like the beat, but then the first 3 seconds, I don't care who it is. It's on to the next one.
On to the next one, definitely. That's exactly how it is. So you on there? You're on your YouTube page. You're almost there, but like you said, you had 20,000 views within 48 hours, which got you to 500,000 views, right?
No, this was after I hit the half.
It was after you hit the 500,000. Okay.
Oh, it might have been in the mix because I just hit the 500,000 a couple. No, this was after. No, I don't know, man. I gotta look.
You just out there working. That's how you know. You just
but if you get another way to get monetized is have 1,000 subscribers.
Mm-hmm.
You got to put up a certain amount of videos within 90 days, which ain't shit, which I think is like 3. And you got to get 3 million views on your shorts in 90 days, which that is hard as hell too.
That's hard as hell. That's hard as hell. Right now, I think my shorts, they doing what, about 2.5, 3K.
Yeah.
So I'm cool with those.
Yeah,
but
hell
I'm still just chopping everything up, repurposing content.
But that's how you get your subscribers up.
Yeah.
It ain't gonna be the videos. The shorts is gonna build your whole foundation for you.
Yeah.
And it's crazy how a lot of those people will really follow you on other platforms. I used to have a lot of motherfuckers in my ear about music. I'm talking about 1 million motherfuckers. A lot of people in my ear about the camera, but that gun shit, man, that shit's colossal. I walk in Walmart. I done been with my baby mama, my kids, and I'm like, man, you West End Goldie. I'm thinking they better talk about some music. First thing they gonna say is, man, I'm watching your gun channel, man. You trying to go to the gun range? Hell yeah, let's go.
Let's go get it.
Meet me here Sunday or whatever day it is.
Ever been down here to Knob Creek?
Yeah, I just went to Knob Creek. Me and Mike Bombada went to Knob Creek. That was my first time going. It probably was like a month ago.
Yeah,
it's
like
all right.
It's all right out there.
Yeah.
It's not too bad. They put on a lot of different shows.
Yeah, and you can mag dump out there. You can't really find no place that you can just shoot a gun as fast as you want to. That's really how you check out the reliability of a gun.
They be going out there going crazy. If you ever get a chance, go check out Knob Creek. They go dumb. Now, with you dealing with guns and learning about guns, are you able to teach the concealed carry class? And if not, is that something that you want to look into doing?
Yeah, that's definitely something I might end up doing. But I ain't gonna. It'll be just like with the videos. It's gonna be like some selective shit. I don't want to just teach anybody and everybody.
Got you. It's a dude down here. We just went to his crib. He's certified. We went to his crib. He has like the laser thing. He has something set up, and you can do all of the shooting.
Oh, in house, yeah. I know what he got.
House, and then he can.
It's like some. You take the firing pin or something out your gun. Install the other shit they got, and it's like a target, and every time you shoot it, it'll put a laser on it.
Yep,
yeah,
that's exactly what it is. Now, speaking on teaching, I also heard that you were going into the schools and you were teaching the youth video production.
Okay. I go in the summertime for the Louisville Backpack League, which is students from the Louisville school system. I go to the Boys and Girls Club. I go to Shawnee Boys and Girls Club, California Park Boys and Girls Club. I've been out in Newburgh. I've been in the East End. I just teach the kids how to use the camera. I try to make content for them every day we go on there. I let them film each other and I take it home. I edit it, let them see it. That'll get them more in tune to it. Then I explain like the financial side of it. Like I'll be that transparent with it. Like I made this last year or I made this year before last, just to sell them like the shit's serious. If this is what you want to do and you pursue it, you can really make more money than you gonna make working.
Right. Now, did you see some of those kids pick up a camera and pursue that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a guy from I teach out Americana too with a lot of foreign kids. It's I think his name is like Cyrus. Cyrus was seriously on it. I think he still does it, but I don't know like how serious he's taking it right now. But that's one that I can think of off the top of my head.
Now, how did you get into that? Was it somebody who you knew who pulled you in and they liked what you were doing and felt like you could resonate with the kids?
It's my homie, which is like my big brother, and I don't call too many people big bro, but it's my homie Nate. Been around me since like around the same time I met Woo. Mm-hmm. Nate really been like a mentor to me. Nate's one person that I seen leave the streets cold turkey, not because of a loss, not because of none of that. It's like, you know what, I'm tired of this shit. And seeing him do that was proof to me that nigga I can leave this shit alone and get on some strictly legal shit and still get it. Even though I relapsed 1,000,000,000 times, it was still back in the streets. It's just Nate been around me so long, and Nate seeing my growth and shit, and he's like, man, I think you will be a good fit teaching the kids and shit. If you can, which like, he know I can, put your curriculum together. I'll take his curriculum, I'll present that, and I guarantee you'll get one of these summer school teaching jobs for the kids, and that's how I got into it.
That's dope right there.
It's a guy that's been mentoring me since I was fucking 19, 20 years old.
Yeah, that's hard right there. That's definitely hard getting back in there. We created a program called Onward 360, to where that's what we were trying to do, go into the schools and teach the kids audio, video, just any type of production, just trying to be that catalyst for those individuals before they went on and went to college and moved onward. You know what I'm saying?
See, I specialize with
how to do everything
with the trouble kids.
Like so when
like
I went to the schools, that's what they really put me with, is with the
but that's kids. Where I prefer to go, because when I step in here, just dress how I dress, not saying like I'm dressed like I'm going to the club or with my jewelry on, you're going to have to be cut from the cloth. I don't say cut from the cloth. You got to have the same background as the kids you talking to for them to take you serious. And it takes like a certain level of gab to get them to listen.
Nah, you right about that. When I went in, I put my presentation together. You know, we had some videos of Jay talking. We talking Nipsey. We talking that because I want them to be able to relate and let them know that I understand who they listening to, what's going on, what type of culture that they come from, and what type of cloth that they cut from. So that's the reason why I went in there, and that was my approach. So that way they can, grab on to it and kind of, I can draw them in. So I can tell them like, hey, you can still be yourself. That's cool, but this is where you going. This is how. These are some other things that you can do. Just to stay out the way and still be yourself.
I had one kid that where was we at? I think it was down on 32nd. I used to be on I forgot the name of the Boys and Girls Club. It's on 32nd in the West End. Be a bunch of, I don't say all the kids is bad, because you know how teenagers are. They just teenagers. He was like, I'll take a camera from you. What would you do if I took it from you? I said, let me talk to you real quick. He's laughing and smiling like, yeah, whatever, nigga. Pull him to the side. I said, listen, cuz, nigga, do it look like I ever let a nigga take something from me? He looked at me and smiled and started laughing. I said, exactly. He said, I fuck with you. I said, I fuck with you too. Now come on, so I can teach you something. Like, it's just how you handle them.
They gonna remember that.
I ain't handling them rough. I disrespect them, but nigga, I'm from where you from. I've been you long time ago. Boy, I done seen 30 times what you done seen.
They remember that too.
Yeah,
that's what they need though. That's what they need. One last question about guns, GunTube, and Stick Talk. What are your thoughts on switches? That's
a dangerous thing right there.
Yeah.
That's extremely dangerous. We're talking about 30 to 50 rounds in a matter of less than 10 to 5 seconds. Like, that's dangerous. It's inaccurate on top of that. Like shooting, you have to have certain fundamentals. If I'm 25 yards away from a guy, I'm not really scared that this man's gonna hit me, because I know your stance, the way you hold that gun, your aim is probably trash. It's gonna go over here, it's gonna go over there. That switch shit changes the game. Motherfucker can aim at your feet and zigzag it up. He's gonna catch you.
What 50 say? I don't even gotta aim. I just wave this bitch in your direction, man.
That switch shit is serious, bro, and it's crazy because this shit is more around than you know it is. I done seen a lot of shit. I can't even speak on. I'm talking, motherfucker have 2 handguns with a switch on each one of them and a 50-round drum in each one of these motherfuckers. That's a dangerous situation. That's dangerous. But I gotta say, when it comes to the streets, some of this shit is just for guys' protection. Motherfuckers look at a black male because he got a gun like he's a goddamn criminal. No, this nigga's protecting himself. We in an era that a nigga will shoot West End Goldie strictly because he's from the West End and his side of town got a problem with some West End niggas. Or he shouldn't be over here, so we gonna get him. Like, you have to protect yourself. A lot of this street shit, niggas get killed because they be involved in shit. These niggas be doing shit to people. These niggas be robbing people. They be doing all type of shit. So a lot of this shit that how people make it seem like, oh, he's dangerous. He got a gun. Man, that man protecting himself.
Yeah, definitely. What would you say is the best home defense weapon and the best weapon is to keep on your person?
I'm gonna say home defense. 9mm for anybody is the best weapon you gonna have. I don't give a damn what it is. And I got AK pistol, a Blackout 300, 10mm, 45, a couple 9mm. Like I got all type of shit, but that 9mm is the best home defense gun you're gonna have because it's easy to recoil wise. You can shoot and get back on target like that. If I'm shooting this 10mm and I don't know how to handle it when I shoot and the recoil push that gun up, it's gonna take me longer to get back on target. And the thing with real life situations, that gun range shit don't got nothing to do with that. It's all about your reaction. And a lot of times, if you ain't never been in that situation, you don't know how you gonna react. That 9mm with that low recoil is gonna help you out. You got a better chance at hitting something with that. And if you got the ballpoint, like people don't know those, the bullets for the shooting range, the ballpoint, those are dangerous. They gonna go through drywall. Them hollow points is made to stop and shit. So you got an option on your rounds too. If I got my house is 2 floors, but if your kids can be in a room right next to you, you don't want nothing powerful enough to go through that wall. You got to worry about collateral damage. You can actually get in trouble for shooting in your house, even if you're defending yourself and it goes to your neighbor's house. You got to worry about the people across the street. You got to worry about the dog in the backyard. You got to worry about cars driving by. You don't want nothing extremely powerful unless you really know how to handle that motherfucker.
That was one of the main things that with the whole Breonna Taylor with the police officers, they were shooting into the motherfucker.
Yeah, man, that's just crazy. Yeah. But me personally, I sleep with that 10mm and take that motherfucker everywhere. I don't know if I'm taking out the trash, I'm in the shower, it's in there. Now, it was that my Glock 19X until I got that 10mm. I just feel like it's strong enough. Like it, and you got to look at stopping power. Like a 9mm, of course, it's gonna hurt. You get hit, you can die from that. But you get smacked with that 10mm or that 45, that's enough to push you back or push you down. I ain't trying to shoot nobody like the 5.7s. You shoot if somebody's rushing at you and you shoot them with the 5.7 caliber, he's gonna keep coming your way. It's not enough stopping power. Shoot that man with a 45 is liable to stop him in his tracks. I'm telling you, when people get shot in the first 2 seconds, they not thinking, oh, I got shot, drop. No, you still moving. Your brain ain't even, it ain't clicked to you yet. You want to have something with enough stopping power. But home protection, I'm still gonna say the 9mm.
Got you.
But and I'm gonna say this too. Without proper training, ain't none of them gonna help you.
Yeah. Now I see you talking about that because was that little baby who you posted who was shooting?
Yeah.
And you was like, if you don't want to come listen and you want to do it your way, I don't even want to rock.
Yeah, but I kind of feel little baby, but at the same time, you gotta understand if you ask somebody to teach you some shit, you gotta let them teach you.
Well, I was always told they say that a person who comes in who's never shot a gun and they actually listen to the instructor that they are going to be a better shoot. They're gonna shoot better than somebody who thinks that they know it all and just want to go in there and do their thing. Everything
contributes to accuracy when it comes to the shit they telling you. Stance. When he was telling him don't lean, you want to lean up. The way you hold the gun, all of that is going to contribute to you putting that round within a few inches of where you trying to put it at.
Gotcha.
But baby was doing good though. I ain't see the other video when he was hit because I said without that red dot he wouldn't have hit. Now I don't know how close that target was, but if that motherfucker was 40 yards away, you probably wouldn't have hit nothing.
Right.
Like it's always good to listen to your instructor though.
Yeah, definitely. Hip hop has evolved over the years. What are your current thoughts on the state of the culture?
Due to hip hop, relationships are dead. The way these women are rapping, the shit these kids is hearing, this next generation is gonna be so fucked up when it comes to relationships. It's gonna be a lot of kids with parents that's not together. It's a lot of more prostitution out of women because all they telling women to do is F him, get money, don't worry about his feelings. Like when our grandparents was coming up, it was a lot of oldies R&B love shit, and you see how that turned out. You had grandmothers that was with our grandfathers for 40 years, and that man might have cheated, but she never told everybody that. She still held the house down. From what we seen and our mother seen, she loved that man. Now you seeing a lot of fuck niggas get money shit. Like that shit really affects children. I used to be one of them guys that be like, man, music don't make you do nothing, man. That's a fucking lie. Just from my background and the shit I've been through, it was always when we doing some stupid shit, we listen to some music that put us in that mode, or even just accompany us in that mode. Right. Like this, the hip hop era is bad right now. I'm strictly mainly speaking on just the shit for women, because you even hearing shit from Beyonce that to me it sounds like some fuck nigga get money music. Like I don't want to hear that shit. Yeah. But I like it that a lot more women is doing music and getting recognized, because there's never been as many women in the limelight when it comes to music though. But I just think hip hop's really fucked up. I'm more of a trap music type guy and a Griselda type listener. For real.
Yeah, the Griselda hard. Now I was about to ask you, did you heard that new Diddy? He brought the R&B back.
Nah, I can't fuck with Diddy.
Yeah, that
I listen to I fuck with Anita Baker and shit like that.
That Diddy project is pretty dope though. Now there's a lot of artists in the state of Kentucky who they've been making some moves. Do you see Kentucky being that place that's like next, like Atlanta was, or like Texas was at one point in time?
Honestly, fuck no. You got it's like this, and I'm gonna say this without no political shit, no picking sides, none of that shit. Just some honest to God's truth shit. If one guy gets in that don't like these guys over here, and he's big, he got enough power to say, I don't fuck with them. So when somebody's trying to get on, a label might come to him, or a CEO might, what you think about he's from your city? This nigga's all right. Nigga like, man, I don't fuck with that nigga. So for that CEO who was thinking about signing the one from your city, he's gonna look at it like, okay, if I sign him, we can't get no features from him. We can't do no business with him. I just feel like it's too much gatekeeping going on.
Right. Gotcha.
But it's a lot of motherfuckers from here that's hard though.
Yeah, it's a lot of people who's
I got a hell of a Louisville. I listen to my Louisville mix the whole way here. I listen to it all the time. Like it's a lot of motherfuckers here that's I feel like can be in the industry and really make a lot of good music. It's too many problems like streetwise with the street artists.
Yeah, definitely. So before we get out of here, what's next for West End Goldie, and where can everybody find you at on your social media channels? Because I know you all over the place.
Yeah, I'm David Cortez on Facebook. I got a bunch of other Facebook pages, but just mainly David Cortez, West End Goldie on Instagram, Stick Talk Tactical on Instagram. And what's next for me is I'm just looking for my next investment for real. I really want to get into the movies though. Okay. That's like John Singleton. I looked up to John Singleton. I really want to do movies, but I understand I can't really get off into the movie shit and get in that bag until I build some bread up to where I can be like, okay, I don't gotta do nothing until I can take about 3 months off and just chill.
Now, one last question before we get out of here. I know we running short on time, but where did the name West End Goldie come from? Who gave it to you and how you got it?
Goldie came from King Elementary School. I had a teacher. My mom was married to this guy named Keith Jones, who's really the guy that raised me and all my mother's kids, even though our fathers was around. My teacher used to call me Goldie because Keith Jones used to always give me jewelry. She just looked like, who is it? This motherfucker. He's in 5th grade, 4th grade. This thing got a lot of jewelry on it. It looks real. So my teacher started calling me Goldie. My mom used to have a mouthful of gold. That's like a Louisville thing. Yeah. And to separate myself from all the Goldies on that's artists or wherever it is, I just put the West End on it. Because if you look up West End Goldie, it's only one Goldie. You look up Goldie on just regular Goldie, you gonna get Goldie Hawn. There's a Goldie in Europe that does
get the Goldie from music. The Mac.
Yeah, and that's another reason. That's another place it came from too for me. Okay, it's just having that type of gab and like just having that mouthpiece. That's more of what it's for me. But my teacher gave me that though.
You ain't never seen the Mac. Yeah, we'll see that. That's definitely a classic right there. Mm-hmm. Stick yourself. Stick yourself,
motherfucker,
Tony.
Can you buy that?
Motherfucker, can you buy that? Nah, but that's it. It's your boy One Eye Willie. This is Up Late Night with 25/8 Networks. Shout out to my man West End Goldie. Came down, tapped in with us. Make sure y'all tap in. This is episode 7. This is Up Late at Night. Nite with 25/8 Networks, and we here. We continuing to push the culture forward. Shout out to my man Flo on the sticks back there too.
Yeah,
One Eye Willie, y'all know.
Flo should have won that award, man.
Yeah, y'all hear that?
For real. And I'm stamping that. And that ain't because me and Flo cool. That's an honest to God.
Now,
truth.
one more thing, man. You know, at the end, we give guests opportunity to spit some bars. We got some beats, or you can do acapella, whatever you want to do. If that's something you want to do, we can rap about.
I'll give y'all acapella.
Yeah, let's go. We gonna tap in. Y'all chat. Y'all make sure y'all check this out.
Louisville nigga in the LA fitted like I'm Rondo. Goldie got that blicky in the club like he Sean Poe. Hating nigga. Trying to cuff these hoes, they can all go. I dog them on a regular. Who cares? They can all go. Got some hoes that work a 9 to 5 and some that work at AF. Got a couple CNAs and charges. They just want a bag. No insurance. It's a hit and run. Anytime I crash like a tag on a Vicky Secrets, I be on the ass. Riding through the dime, a big block. This ain't no Chevy nigga. About to scoop up Cho. He got that pole and he stay ready nigga. Junkie called with 5 but owe me 3, so I gotta split a dog and wax paper or that 4 look like kitty litter. I don't gotta brag, I'm that nigga, bitch, you know it now. Young jock on a young thought, bitch, is going down. Some fans turn to ops and back to fans when I come around. Some fans turn to ops and back to fans when I come around. For real, nigga. Straight up.